kind of almost think that bands like the Beatles, who were so extremely, massively, album-wise large in terms of what they sold and the influence they had, contemporary interest at the time, that very little of their influence is actually felt now. That it was the fringe, strange bands that nobody ever bought, like the Velvet Underground, that actually have created modern music. And you kind of think, well, where's like Yesterday in all this? Where's its influence on modern music?
Penny Lane.
And Penny Lane, you know? Well, there's a couple of British bands that use trumpets every now and again, so they're Beatle influence, but in reality, what they generally gravitate more to is ding 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 ding. They're much more into Waiting for the Man than they are into Penny Lane, which is, you know, they got that going for them. That's the interesting thing is that I think it's probably that, I don't know where we're going, I'm just going.
Let's go.
That in fact critics have very little, they don't imply what's going to happen in art. They can only interface and interrelate with what is actually happening now and maybe revisit the past and give some kind of spin on what happened in the past. Tomorrow's culture is always dictated by the artists. So however many critics were saying how important the Beatles were, the artists running around saying, yeah, they're okay, but have you heard the Velvet Underground? And that, the artists make culture, not the critics. I don't know why I got there, didn't I?